it's time to answer your home improvement questions to help out with your next project. We got a great question in from Steve in Oregon City about fixing a broken faucet.
You know, that is a great question. And faucets these days, the styles have hidden a lot of the fasteners that hold them together. Let me show you the secret on a lot of these of how you can repair them yourself. Now, first off, if you're the original owner, most of these faucets have a lifetime warranty, so do a little research. You might be able to get the parts for free, and that can save you money. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look. This one here, as we see right here, has no exposed pieces on the outside, which means you can't really get into it to repair it. What do? Let me show you. This is a really common faucet we're seeing in the home center. So you're going to disconnect it from the sink and get it out on the workbench. And let me show you how to do this. So first off, we're going to take our supply lines off. Of course, these were probably already off because you just took it off the sink itself. We'll get these out of the way. And then there's some kind of a little gasket here. This could be siliconed, it could be caulked, it could be plumber's putty. This we're going to set to the side. And now we're going to take a look. There are screws down here to remove this from the whole trim piece. So let's get this apart. All right, guys, sometimes this can be really gummed up. All the soap and all that other junk, that can get all jammed up in here. So you might have to soak this a little bit just in some cleaner to get it to come apart. So I'm going to take these two Phillips screws out. And that's going to give us access to the body here. And this is where the cartridges are hiding, which make it replaceable. Now this is going to come out of here. And so see, there is that whole top piece. That is one big piece put together. We're going to set that aside. Now here is where we have our cartridges. That is the little model number piece. That's important. Let's get this taken apart. These are brass, and so you want to be really careful not to reef on them too hard because you'll ruin it. Then you might be buying a new faucet, so be very careful. Let's get those loosened up. Now when I take this apart, I'm going to turn it upside down so I don't lose any pieces. Whoa, okay, there's our leaking problem. That one has exploded inside of that. Let's get that one out. See, that's how that should have came apart. All right, guys, always replace these in pairs because if one wears out, the other one will. Just grab these off your home center shelf and put them back in, and you have a brand new working faucet. Now's the time, though, as you do this, to make sure you get all the broken parts out, get it all cleaned up, and you're gonna have a brand new working faucet that's gonna look beautiful for years to come.
We recently got a question on Facebook asking how to remove rust from tools that have been left outside in the elements. This should help.
You know, that is a great question, and I think we've all left something outside a little too long and it got rusty, and then you don't know what to do with it. Now, the first thing is I wanna talk about is if you go to the store and buy one of these rust dissolvers, they don't work as you think they do, and here's why. They actually come on and convert that over into a black protectant surface on the outside. So if you're trying to restore it back to the way it was, that's not the right product. But if you did have something rusting that you want to stop the rust, this works great. Now, I actually was working in my backyard and dug up this pry bar. So it's been out there for a long time, so it's kind of the most extreme. I actually soaked this here for 2 days and it converted that over, but it doesn't look like how I want it to. So I'm going to show you how to do that carefully. So really you have to think about what kind of tool it is and what the finish is. Where this is just a big piece of iron, we're really not going to hurt it. So we're going to treat it as such. So I'm going to grab my drill here with a nice coarse wire wheel on it. And then I'm going to put some safety glasses on because those wires love to fly around everywhere. And then we're going to try stripping that off of here and get it back down to bare metal. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I changed from the heavy gauge wire to the fine wire. I'm just gonna polish this a little bit more and get some more of this just kind of baked off rust that's on here and get it off of here. So this is where we're just gotta be careful. These wires can hurt, so make sure you got a glove on and safety glasses. All right, now this is where you have to decide how far you want to take it. Do you want to have this look as much like new or just kind of an old iron finish? If it's old iron finish, you'd stop right here. Let's get out with 180 grit and see if I can get any more polish on this. Let's see how it goes. All right, now I'm gonna hit it with the wire just one more time to see if I can get anything out of the little grooves and divots inside this. All right, guys, this was an extreme case, but as you can tell, you can get it back to looking a lot closer to what it was originally. Now, the last step you can do after you get this all cleaned up is you can either hit it with some flat black or some clear lacquer. That way you're protected the next time you forget it outside.